Instinct. What is it and why is it interesting and useful to know something about it? For instance, this is Guus. I know it's a lousy name, so we call him Guus. It's Dutch for Guus. Why is instinct so important to know anything about? What is instinct? What does it add on your relationship? Well, the main reason is that a horse is not a machine, not a car, not a machine, not a computer. You cannot erase the how do you call it? Clean the memory. You have to do with what he can, what he knows. And the main thing of a horse is a specialist in horse behavior. That's instinct. That's the main part of the instinct of being a horse. And the horse world, the animal world, it goes for all animals, is based on sensories. And sensories are exactly what we have dislearned. We have dislearned to use our sensories. We don't like sensories. If somebody says, I feel uncomfortable, look what happens. People start asking, why? I don't know. And you don't know the answer. But if you ask your feelings, you will know exactly the answer. You will say, I feel uncomfortable, something in my stomach. Well, that's the place where the sensories come. And that's the place where we feel. But we don't believe in sensories anymore. Well, a horse does. A horse believes in sensories because that's his world. That's the way he reveals the world. That's the way he experiences the world. That's the way he... well, his whole world is based on sensories. All emotions come from hormones. Like testosterone is based on sexual need. And sex and panic are the two emotions which you have to avoid, always. Curiosity, for instance, is the first emotion that a horse actually needs to be alive, because a horse needs to be curious to find his food. So curiosity is something to activate. You can do that in riding, you can do that in dressage, you can do that in all kinds of exercises. And I think it doesn't matter what you do, but what you need is a horse that's balanced. And a balanced horse, first of all, is a great friend to be with. And second, is a horse that uses his sensories full. Yes, you do. And that's also something many people say or see horses do things that look a little bit similar, like we sometimes do our things. Well, he's not. He's not a human, and we are actually the only ones who are mistaking identities. We treat dogs like babies, we treat horses like animals who are very much handicapped and they need blankets and stuff like that. Well, these guys, you can see now what he's doing. He's looking at the stable of the other one. These guys are totally different. They work, they think, they respond on sensories, and they are curious. That's what they need. They're like children, actually. Children want to know everything. And parents will recognize the moments that a child says, why? Why is this? Well, just because. No, we don't. Children don't take that as an answer. But why is it like that? Why this and why that? And that's exactly what a horse also does. That means if he's healthy. This is also something. Many people get upset when horses start to smell at the poo of another one. And he's even, like surgery, he gets a little bit excited, that's why he lifts his hoof. This gives him information, and he says, probably it's the poo of Tibor. Yeah, it is. He says, I have been here for the last time, and then he controls, he checks out if his poo was well enough to leave it there. It was. Anyway, so psychology, horse psychology, is very useful when you want to get to know the horse as an animal. And then comes the training. I think in that order, you should first know something about the horse. That doesn't go for cars. You don't have to know anything about a car to be able to drive a car. but for horses. And beside of that, I know already that it's going to change your world. It's going to change your whole life. It's going to change everything you already knew, and then you will find out how great these animals are. Well, thank you. Okay. Precioso, thank you for your not ruining my camera.